Hey guys, it's the WalterFootball.com After Dark Show for May 22nd, 2025. We're going to do some 2025 NFL best ball drafts tonight. We did one last night, but we're going to have a best ball drafts with a co-host tonight, whereas I was going solo last night. So before we begin, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit the link in the description for the merch store. As always, I'm wearing something from the merch store. It is our hashtag Ken Griffin Lied shirt. I can't get sued for that because there are a million Ken Griffins out there. I assume a million. And all it takes is for me to prove that one of them lied. So I think I'm pretty safe. But you can get that as well as other shirts here at the merch store. 10% off, as I mentioned yesterday. So there is a sale. It's not like 20% off, but it's still a discount. So if you're looking to get something and help out the show, that would really just be great for us. Also, you can go to Amazon, buy my books. There are 3 of them. The most recent one is Jerks of the College Years, where I made fun of people I saw at Penn State for 6 years. It was so much fun to write, and I think you guys would really like it if you haven't read it already. Also, please consider super chats, super stickers. It's the best way to support the show. We've had a super chat yesterday from John Sanders. Also, the previous week, we've also had help from Slew, Degeneron, Can't Make an Eagle, Armac, Karmic, The Boss, Evan Daniel, and many others. So if you guys really want to help us out, that's the best way to do it. Just super chat, super stickers. Because I always say the YouTube ads pay nothing. It is quite sad how little we make from YouTube ads. So, if you really want to keep the show going, that's the best way to do it. All right, we are joined by Kenny from thecapIsFake.com, who has written a few articles recently. I encourage anyone to visit thecapIsFake.com and read about how the cap is fake. Kenny, how's it going?
Bro, I am living the dream. I'm fresh off of a great victory. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the entire NFL today, 22-10. It was fantastic.
That was great. Did you notice there are only 2 other teams in the NFC who voted to keep the tuck rule going? Not the tuck rule, sorry. The tush push. I don't know where it came with tuck
the brotherly shove.
The tush push. So that's legal still. Did you expect it to pass? I thought it was going to be banned just based on what everyone was saying.
Yeah, it seemed like today, like it was going to get, based on all the reporting, it was going to get banned. Mm-hmm. I was surprised though, because a month ago it was like 16-16, and then all of a sudden, a bunch of teams decided they were going to be against it. I don't know.
Yeah, I always found that it's kind of silly for them to ban this play when they could just run it. It's like I tweeted out today. I'm like, this play is so great that no one's using it. I don't know. Like the Eagles, obviously, with Jalen Hurts being able to squat 600 pounds, kind of helps them out a little bit. Just for that.
I don't understand Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen and those teams voting against it. Like Jonathan Gannon and Shane Steichen, you wouldn't be NFL head coaches if not for the Philadelphia Eagles and Nick Sirianni. And so, like, what kind of traitors, douchebags are they?
That's true. Yeah, you're right. I mean, at least Steichen, because he coached the offense. Gannon, if Gannon's like, we went against this in practice, we couldn't stop it. Like come on, guys. But, I could maybe see that, but Steichen was the one. It was the true benefactor from that. So, I agree. I think that was kind of a bad move on his part, just not knowing how he got the job.
Just for funsies, I did a little research today on squatting, just real quick, just because Jalen Hurts. We talk. I looked up it's the World Federation of Weightlifting, whatever they are. Anyway, this is what they say: the average American man is expected to be able to squat about 50% of his body weight. Okay, so I'm 250 pounds because I love sugar. Anyway, and
250 or 215.
250, 50, because I'm fat. Okay, and so I should be able to squat about 125. Okay, I don't know if I actually can, but anyway, the average American man in premier conditioning, that's the language they use, should be able to squat up to 110% of his body weight. So for me, that'd be 275. An elite pro athlete, if you are an elite pro athlete, the top, kind of the top of physical conditioning, you should be able to, the expectation is to squat up to about 450 pounds for an elite professional athlete in the United States.
Okay.
Between 400 and 450. Jalen Hurts maxed out at 618.
That's wild.
I mean, it is the average American guy who is in great conditioning, 110% of your body weight. Hurts can squat almost triple his body weight. Side note, I also did Google. I did Google the world record is 1080, 1,080 pounds. A man by the name of Ron Williams, who looks like he's had a few buckets of fried chicken recently.
The Colts just signed him to do the push.
And so, I mean, but you think about it's here's the bodybuilding federation, whatever their association. They're basically saying, listen, if you can squat 400 to 450, you're awesome. Hurts does 16. Anyway, all right, we're almost time here to do a draft. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm still interested in this. I don't know how much I could squat. My knees are shot, so I was always a bench guy, and I always skip leg days because my knees are so bad from doing breaststroke for swimming. All right, are we doing Ja'Marr Chase or Saquon Barkley? You make the pick. I think I know where you're going with this.
I mean, I'm always still running back guy, but let's go wide receiver just for funsies this time.
Okay, wow, that surprises me. All right, so we will go Ja'Marr Chase. I think this is the first time I've taken Chase in any draft. I think I've done like 40 to 50 drafts so far on best ball. I like I said, I've never ended up with Chase. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. I would ideally, I would love to get like this is very unrealistic, but like Joe Burrow at 6'12", he's never going to fall that far. The question is, like, do you take him at 5'1", being able to stack with Chase? If he's there, he might be gone.
Yeah,
he might be gone.
Would you have trouble doing that? But this, to me, I'm gonna just say let's go receiver here, just because, just for funsies, compared to what we normally do. Let's just see how it shakes out. I know you've been saying that there is a kind of a sweet spot in the draft where you really can get some good running backs, decent value, kind of in that late third, even in the early sixth round, kind of that range. Mm-hmm. And so, I'd be curious to see how that goes.
Yeah, I know a lot of drafts I picked up, like DeAndre Swift in the 7th round, and then Isaiah Pacheco in the 8th. I'm perfectly fine with those guys. I've gotten James Conner in the 6th round. I've gotten Joe Mixon in the 4th. Joe Mixon's schedule, by the way, is so easy at the end. I haven't done an article yet on that. I'm going to, just like the easy schedules, because it's so important for best ball. But I have noticed that like Baltimore has a very easy schedule too at the end. Like they play the Bengals, but the Texans also do too. So I don't know if they play the Bengals, but they have a very easy schedule at the end. So just something to keep in mind. But Christian McCaffrey goes 110.
Wow.
So he's been going, like, I've seen him go around there sometimes, but he usually goes like 203, 204. Have you changed your opinion on McCaffrey? Like, where would you take him ideally?
I still don't know what to make of him, man. I don't know what to make of that team. I just would rather be more conservative with him. I just feel like there's such a high probability of him just wrecking my squad. I don't know. It's hard to. Too many steroids, he's taken allegedly.
Right. I always said that, like, you can't win your draft in the first few rounds, so you can lose it. Yeah. And it feels like McCaffrey is someone who could definitely lose your draft for you. If he plays 6-7 games, then you're not winning anything. Unless like the rest of your draft's awesome, but it's gonna be pretty tough.
In a best ball league, I'm less likely to take that risk.
Yeah,
because there are in best ball, there's a handful of players that you don't love because you don't trust them week to week, but they're going to have high weeks. And you can get a few of those guys on your team on the back end. And I feel like you're I think getting more stable high floor guys early in the draft, and then the more variant guys middle of the late draft. I feel like that's you have more upside in a best ball. In a typical home league, when you have a lot of variance, McCaffrey might be slightly more valuable in that format.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Safer early. Unfortunately, AJ Brown went. I was hoping maybe he'd come back to us. So we're looking at these best available players here: Josh Allen, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, McBride, T. Higgins. Do we dare take 2 Bengal receivers? Lamar Jackson, Kyren Williams, George, and then we have Garrett Wilson here. All right, we're up. Any leans here? We can take Allen if you want, but we can go running back and receiver. What do you think?
Yeah, man, I really like Josh Jacobs here, but
So do I. Yeah. So do I. I'm okay. I'm okay taking Jacobs. I would. Unfortunately, they're good receivers go on. Like maybe Jackson Smith and Jigba if you like him. Um, he's a little down there, but he's not going to come back to us. So we have 30 seconds of the clock here. What are you thinking for a second pick?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my inclination is to go Chase Brown because I love him so much. But if you want to go, it's the second Bengal. We love,
Yeah, I'd rather take Higgins at that point for taking the second Bengal. But I'm looking at Jackson with the Jigba, and he with 7 seconds. And
I like Njigba. Yeah, it feels a little early, but maybe not terrible.
Yeah. I'm fine with him at like 305. It's like 301. I don't know. It's an interesting discussion about Higgins because then you can stack that whole team. Even get like Gesicki later or something. There's some appeal to that, I guess.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's usually one or the other going off. It's never both at the same time.
Yeah.
I
don't love the strategy. I feel like there's a if they have a turd week, then like in best ball, I mean you could be cooked.
Yeah. I like stacking the quarterback, the receiver, and everything, or the tight end. But if you load up too many players, then you're right. Like you can get sabotaged like pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
So the two quarterbacks went 303, 304. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. I think still too early. Tyreek Hill. We had this discussion yesterday. Whereas like I said that like I didn't think I took any Dolphin players at all in any of my drafts. And then I remember I took HN in a couple, like not too many, just like 2 or 3. And then I've drafted Jalen Wright a lot in like round 16. But outside of that, I haven't taken any Dolphin players at all. I just think they're going to be terrible this year. So
yeah, there's another one I don't know what to make of. Yeah,
they have a lot of problems. I don't know. I think that they could easily be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year. So I just that worries me. I just don't want to take players of bad teams unless you're taking them like super late. Like Jalen Wright, I think, but he has some potential. Devon Achane is pretty injury prone, so if he goes down, there's no Mostert, so it's just gonna be Jalen Wright. So I like him, but it's only because you're getting him so late. Like these other guys going way too early. Like Tyreek Hill, right. He could be in jail. Like he could be he could just be too old. Like, it's serious. He could be in jail. I don't think I take him. And then you have Jalen Waddle, who's just I think we have Butters on the show sometimes, and he calls Jalen Waddle a pyramid scheme. So I like that. I like that. It's just very, very appropriate nickname for that. So I haven't taken any of those guys. But we are in the 4th round now. We took Mike Evans I think at 402 yesterday, I want to say. Some guy, by the way, he was drafting 12th, and his name was Smart DFS, I think. And he took he took Brock Bowers at 112. Which I'm like, that's too early for me, but like he's not coming back to you 312. So it's fine. Like I'm not gonna like quibble over that. But then at 712, he took TJ Hawkinson. And I'm like, what are you doing? Are you just collecting tight ends for no reason? Like the tight ends are like that's not a position you want in your flex on a weekly basis. And if you took Brock Bowers, it's so silly to. By the way, Joe Burrow went. We don't have to have that discussion.
4-4.
Yeah, a little too early. I did get Burrow in one draft at 505. I thought dropping out of the 5th spot. He came to me in the 5th round. I'm like, this is just way too late, So I took him. But 404 is just slightly too early. Although you have like these rookie running backs here who should not be going in the 4th round. I mean, we've talked about that a lot. We're up in a few picks. There's Travis Hunter, DJ Moore, Jalen Hurts if you want him, Devontae Smith, McMillan, Cortland Sutton, Metcalf, Jameson Williams. What do you think? We're up in 1 pick. DJ Moore just went.
Man, I don't know how far Kamara is going to go. I love Kamara, even though we think that team could be a dumpster fire. I might consider Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith in the spot as well. Yeah.
You want to take Hurts and Smith?
I don't think it's a crazy thing. You get a stack here. You get Jalen Hurts and the Eagles coming off of coming in the FU mode on the tush push. They're gonna They're going to tush push more than ever, I think.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. I don't think I've drafted DeVonta Smith a single time. Just
by the way, if anyone wants to just some great tush push glory, the Eagles today, just trolling the league, posted on their official YouTube account a 26-minute video of every tush push ever done in the Sirianni Hurts era. I watched them today. It was 100. I counted them. It was 124.
That's amazing. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. It's so great. So 106 out of 124 converted.
Wow.
And so even the ones that don't convert, many of the ones that didn't, most of the ones that didn't convert were third and 2 or third and 1 they didn't get, and then they got it on 4th down. So it's like there's only like 4 times they actually attempted it and then didn't actually get it. So it's like,
yeah,
so great. It's just, I love it. I hope
so funny.
I hope on opening night on national TV when Goodell is at the game watching, they just like open the game with like 3 straight tush pushes for first down.
That'd be so funny. I'm a big fan of trolling, so I definitely enjoy that. And they should. I mean, it's just banning a play because the other teams are jealous of it. They could just do it themselves. Like it's not like the Eagles are the only team who can do it. Like they can all try it, but like, you know, they just don't want to for some reason, or I don't know, just get that squat champion guy and just do it. Like I'm sure he, like, it doesn't take any quarterbacking skills. You can just learn how to do it if you're a good squatter. You know?
I've derailed us here. All right, we have one running back. This is the anti-Kenny draft right here.
Yeah, but you know, we're gonna get running. We're gonna get one at 701 or 812, ideally 701.
I thought one of these guys, Kamara, Hubbard, or Walker, would come back to us. So I'm a little disappointed there.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'll say this: there are a couple of surprise picks. One surprise pick in this run. Juwan Jennings went 505. I've been, before the draft, I was getting 7th round. And like the first few drafts after the draft, the NFL draft, I was getting him in the 7th round still. But I noticed that like he's like slowly going to the 6th round, like mid 6th round, like 505. That's the earliest I've seen him. So like,
I really like him though as a player.
Yeah,
I really like him. So
he's probably like my 4th or 5th highest owned guy in best ball, I want to say, which is a little scary for like a 6th or 7th round guy. I think the guy I have the most is Tyler Higbee, just because I keep drafting him in the 17th round. I think I have Isaac Guerendo a lot too, and there's Tyler Algier. I have him a lot too. But those are like late round guys I'm getting. Like it doesn't really matter if they bust, because like I'm not spending a premium pick on them. They just like all upside. But like having a guy highly owned in like 6th, 7th round, that's a little worrying. But I do like Jennings a lot. I mean, he's the number 1 there right now until Aiyuk comes back. But Aiyuk has the torn ACL, so I don't trust them at all. Right. Some comments here. Reggie Miller must have been on fire. Yeah. So someone who wasn't on fire was Josh Hart, who did not attempt a single field goal in the second half. So he had not
even possible.
He had 8 points. What do you have? 8 points, 6 rebounds at halftime. So we had over 22.5 points plus rebounds. So he's on track for 28. I'm like, all right, we're gonna get this easily. And he just didn't shoot in the second half. He got some rebounds, but that was it. That failed, unfortunately. And it stung a little bit too, because the other guy I was considering was Karl Anthony Towns, over 33.5 points plus rebounds, and he had like 50 combined. So just feel bad. Cam McNeagle says, no kidding, John Brunson to 3 with 2:51 to go to make it 119-105. Yeah, they put a 14-point lead in the final 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
It's insane. Yeah, they were up 17 at one point, but yeah, 14 points in the last 3 minutes. And you had a Halliburton did a choke job thing like the Miller did, but it's funny. Like he shot, like when he was doing that, the fans were like two because they saw that his foot was on the line, but it didn't matter. The Pacers won in overtime anyway. So I feel like the Pacers have been so lucky this offseason, this playoffs. They ran into the Bucks in the first round who didn't have Lillard, and then in the second round they had who they had? They had the Cavs, who are like missing like half the roster. Jordan Addison went. He's like a guy like in this range, so we can take our second running back here if he wants. We have Quinshon Judkins and Aaron Jones available. There's also Chris Olave, who I like a lot. Jacoby Myers, I like a lot. Are we up on the clock? We are. 25 seconds. What do you think?
Yeah, I think you need running back here if there's someone that you really like. Aaron Jones is probably the one that sticks out to me in this bunch.
Yeah, I agree. I like Jones with that new offensive line that he has.
Tony Pollard also stands out to me in this bunch.
Yeah, I like Jones better. I like Tennessee's offensive line improvements, but he's not going to get as many receptions out of the backfield because Cam Ward is going to run. All right, so who's our second pick? I think we need a fourth receiver. So we're looking at Chris Olave, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir. I don't want Cooper Kupp. What are you thinking? We have 15 seconds.
Yeah, I think Olave. I think Shakir. I think I would go Shakir here. I think Olave is slightly better. I think Olave is a better player, but I just think Shakir's situation is much better.
Okay, no love for Jacoby Myers, because we talked about him on last night's show, where think about the quarterbacks he's had. He's had like Mac Jones, Bailey Zappi, Aiden O'Connell, Gardner Minshew, and now he has Geno Smith. And I know Geno Smith's not great or anything, but
you know that meme that's popular on the web that's of the guy from The Office who's got the two pictures and it's the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I just thought of right now. You're like, look at all the quarterbacks he's had, and I'm like, yeah. He's got the same kind of quarterback.
Yeah, but I get it. But Geno Smith's made good fantasy receivers, like Metcalf. He's been a great fantasy receiver. Jack Smith and Jigba last year.
Well, I could have made Metcalf a good fantasy receiver.
But still, Tyler Lockett was a good fantasy receiver with Geno Smith. I don't know. I think Geno Smith's definitely better than those other guys. He's I think he's maybe slightly below average, but those other guys are just backups. Geno Smith's a starting caliber quarterback. He's just in the slightly lower tier, 18 to 24 or whatever you want to call it. But if Aiden O'Connell's starting, he's 30 to 32, so he's definitely a tier above or 2 tiers above. I don't know. He's not good. I'm not saying he's good.
I like Jacoby Myers. I think Jacoby Myers is a good player. I think he's underrated. I guess I would expect him to last a little longer to round. If he's there in round 8, I think he's a great value.
Okay. It's fair enough. So the two rookie running backs, considered Judkins and Caleb Johnson go. Judkins is going 6th round for most drafts I've seen. So 7th round seems like a better better value there. What do you think about Judkins? I mean, we passed on him for Jones, but I think that these I hate these 4th round running backs, which I don't get how RJ Harvey is going 3 rounds earlier than Quinshon Judkins. Judkins is better as a better player, and he has better they have good offensive lines, I guess, both of them. But I don't know. What do you think about Judkins 7th round?
I've never seen this guy play, so I don't know. It's hard for me to make it. I don't draft rookie running backs generally, so
yeah, I don't either. I don't draft them early, but 7th round I think is pretty fair. And by the way, this Team 7 guy, Littering and has taken 3 quarterbacks in the first 7 rounds.
Nice.
And he has 1 receiver with a position that really dries up beginning round round 9. It's all the good receivers disappear. So I'm interested to see what he has at receiver. And he also has 2 rookie running backs. He also put Genty and Bowers together. So I don't. What is that? At least make one of your quarterbacks Geno Smith at that point because you're stacking the Raiders. I don't know.
Olave and Pollard going later than I expected.
Yeah, I like Olave. The quarterbacking situation sucks, but I talked about this last night. I actually think it's not bad for Olave because you have when you have rookies or bad quarterbacks, they tend to lock in on the number 1 receiver. The receiver is going to really suffer the most is Rashid Shaheed in New Orleans. I think Olave is going to be fine. Plus, Olave could be traded too. There's some discussion they could be traded. So what if he goes to the Bills or the Chiefs or the Ravens? That's suddenly he's going to look a lot better. So there's always that possibility too.
Yeah, it looks like you've got Pollard, Swift, Robinson, and Pacheco. That's kind of a tier of guys that I would have been very interested in.
Yeah.
And I thought 1 or 2 of those guys would last to the bottom of the 8th. Obviously, I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So it does feel like when you were talking about that sweet spot on where you're going to get the best value for running back, it does feel like And then the previous tier of guys I really like, the Kamara, Hubbard, Ken Walker like tier, it does feel like mid 5th through like late 6 is really the place I want to be targeting some of these guys.
Yeah, Kamara. Yeah, I like him at round 5. Chuba Hubbard. The Carolina's offensive line is pretty good. Kenneth Walker is obviously talented. Connor has been like really consistent. I'm off of Dave Montgomery, by the way, with the new coordinator. So we're up in a few picks. I think we need another receiver. We only have 4. I'd like to escape the first 8 rounds with 5 receivers. So there's Jaden Reed. See, there's not much left. I don't want to take Ibuka. There's Josh Downs, Jaden Higgins, Michael Pittman Jr. I like Pittman personally. What do you think? Jaden Reed's gone, and then we have to do something else too.
Yeah, I actually think we need running back depth here. I actually like our receivers, but I don't love any of the receivers here in this spot. Downs is okay. How much time we have? 13 seconds.
No, no.
Okay, Jalen Warren is the guy that I probably like the most in this bunch. If you really want to go receiver, I just don't know which receiver I'd want to go in this spot right here. Kind of warm on all of these guys.
You don't like Pittman?
Pittman's probably the best of the bunch. Yeah.
So the reason I like to have five receivers is because like you're gonna see it after round 10, like after Pittman goes and Downs go, like I'm gonna take Jalen Warren and Michael Pittman. So we probably should have looked at the buys. So we have 2 5 running back buys, so we can't take another running back. It's a week 5 buy. I think that like once who's the last receiver on the board here? Once Downs is gone. Okay, so you look at these receivers you have left now. Like you have Emeka Egbuka, Jaden Higgins, Darnell Mooney, Trey Harris, Luther Burden, Rashad Bateman, Marvin Mims, Keon Coleman, Jack Betch, Rashid Shaheed, Christian Kirk, Adam Thielen, Kyle Williams. Like, are you eager to draft any of these guys?
No.
That's my point. Like once you get to round 9,
running back, it's not much better though either, right? I mean, it's kind of gross there too.
Well, here's the thing with running back. This is best ball, and so you're taking guys who are backups. You're taking 3 or 4 of them here.
That's
so
true.
You're going with, I mean, even Ramondre Stevenson, but you have like Jaden Blue, Rashad White, who could step in if Bucky Irvin gets hurt. Gorendo, I love Gorendo. You love Tank Bigsby. I like Tank Bigsby. Ray Davis, if James Cook is traded. Tyler Algier, Braylon Allen, Jalen Wright, Justice Hill, Roshan Johnson. Remember, Ben Johnson loves using 2 running backs. Will Shipley, if Barkley goes down. I like to draft 3 of those guys, at least 3.
That's fair. Yeah.
So like you can take those running backs here in the round 12 to 16. But like think about the receivers you're getting. Like I found like the best receivers in rounds 12 through 16 are Alec Pierce and what's his name? Tillman from Cleveland. What's his first name? I can't remember. Cedric Tillman. Like those are the best receivers you're drafting in the 12 to 16 round range. Like, and I like Pierce in best ball because of his upside, but like he's just so inconsistent. And like Tillman, you just don't know what that quarterbacking situation in Cleveland. So like that's the problem here. I should probably get this board up. Yeah, so and like rounds 9 through 11 or 12, that's when I like taking my quarterbacks. Now, obviously, we have 1 already, and so like this is like a dry area for running backs and receivers because it's too early to take those sleeper running backs, and receivers are all gone. So this is like where I like taking my 3 quarterbacks. But like I said, we have 1 already, so we only need 2 more. So I think that we have to go quarterback around 10 at 10, 12, and 11, 1. And then we're done with quarterbacks. And then like 12, 12 onward, we take our running backs and 1 receiver until we get to the end. A tight end too, I guess. We don't necessarily need one, but I like having 1 tight end in the first 16 rounds.
In the first 16?
Yeah, first 16. Usually, like I think most often the first tight end I take is like round 13, and it's like it's Mike Gesicki or something, or like sometimes Dalton Kincaid if he falls that far.
It's remarkable to me how far Dallas Goedert is still falling in drafts.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert. If I get Jalen Hurts, I like taking Dallas Goedert in like round 12. So that's another guy. I've only taken Goedert with Hurts. But but otherwise, I just like to wait on tight end. We have some comments. Let's read them real fast. Kim McNeil says, "No kidding." Brunson. Oh, we read that one. John says the Bills have had the same success rate with Allen, but somehow they were adamantly against it. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't know that.
I thought I saw the stats today that they were not.
Okay, I don't know.
Not as good.
Yeah, I don't know. Kim McGee says,
I do know this. The Bills were 0 for 4 in the AFC title game. I remember that. Maybe that would have made a difference.
Yeah. I don't know. Kim McGee says Neesmith had 6 threes in the last 5 minutes of the game. 3 in the last minute. Yeah, he was nuts. Gino with Chip Kelly going to score fantasy points. We'll see. Slew agrees with me. Walt is right about Gino moving up Jacoby. Yeah, I think you have to move him up. Like, I mean, he's not like, it's not like they got like Mahomes to throw to him, but it's still an upgrade. So who was our receiver? So we have
where did Jacoby go in this draft?
Jacoby Myers, he went like 803.
There he is. Yeah, that's
about
right.
So receivers, we can't take Josh Allen. We could take a Colts quarterback if you want. Not really. I don't really want it. We could take Sam Darnold to pair with Jackson Smith and Jigba. I don't want that either. So who's left of quarterback? We have Justin Herbert, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, Michael Penix Jr., Matthew Stafford, Cam Ward, Tua. I don't want Tua. Who do you want at our 2 quarterbacks? But keep in mind, we can't take a week 9 bye quarterback. We are up on the clock right now.
I mean, if Herbert's on the board, I just feel like Herbert's far and away the best of this bunch, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I like Justin Herbert the most here. So who's our second guy? And we can't take a week 12 bye, so no Tua. Not that you want him. So.
Oh man, what a bummer. Okay, who are receivers again that we want to take? Matching with potentially?
The only guy could be Sam Darnold. I don't want to do that.
Okay. Then my favorite of this bunch is a toss up between Stroud or Stafford.
Okay. Stafford we can pair. Actually, we can pair with both tight ends. We could take Dalton Schultz or Tyler Higbee late. So, do you have a preference here, Stroud or Stafford?
I like Stafford more, but I think there's a strong case to be made that Stroud is more upside. 3 seconds.
Let's go upside. Let's go upside, Stroud. You tell me upside. I want to take the guy with upside. So, okay. All right. We took Stroud. I'm not opposed to either though. I think that's a tough choice. Zach Charbonnet, like the one running back here. I don't mind around 10. I think he's like, if you rank all the backup running backs, he's probably like top 3. So Jaden Blue just went. So yeah, this is kind of like the area where you start taking these running backs. Jordan Mason also went 10-06. I think there's an argument for him to go maybe a little bit later, but we saw what he did last year, and Aaron Jones hasn't been exactly like the most durable player. So yeah, I like Jordan Mason, but like ideally like round 11 or 12, not round 10. Let's see. Kim McGill says the Raider offensive line better keep Geno clean. He gets pressured, and it's all downhill from there. Yeah, that's definitely a question with the Raiders. The offensive line, it has Colton Miller, but like the rest of it's just not great. They have 2 good linemen, but the other 3 are kind of shaky. Haim says receiver does feel like it dries up. Yeah, it really does. After round 9 or like starting round 9, it really does. 3 for 7. John Sanders says with the conversions for the touch push for the Bills. So,
3 for 7. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, what were the Eagles? You said what was their success rate?
I mean, just this past 1 year, they did 48 times.
48 out of 48.
No, they did it 48 times the past year. They got it 41 out of 48, I think, this past year. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're definitely the best at it. So. I remain like just get a guy who squats a lot and he can just do it. Like he doesn't have to throw at all. just have him do it.
Just bring him for that one play.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, like you're wasting a roster spot, but like if you can convert almost every 4th and 1, I think it's worth it. 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, or I think it's worth it. So
it changes how the Eagles play 2nd and 3rd down too. I mean, because you're going to go for it on 4th often.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that's there's definitely some merit to that too. Like it's whenever I bet the Eagles, I'm like, all right, it's like 2nd and 6. I'm like, all right, you only need 5 yards.
Yeah,
they can convert. By the way, I just noticed that Cam Scatterbo was taken 9-11 which is like that is insanely early. Like
Yeah.
they talk about like I talk about all the time how during the season when you have these weekly best ball drafts, like everyone overreacts to what they just saw. And classic example I mentioned a few times, Isaiah Likely after that first game in the week two, they're Likely just went in the week two onward best ball drafts. Isaiah Likely was going fourth round in best ball drafts, and I think that like this, what people saw in that Arizona State Texas game, just like makes people just like insane about Cam Scatterbo. He's the third running back on that team right now. He's not even like the second. And Tyrone Tracy was really good last year. So I don't like. I think is Tyrone Tracy gone? Yeah, he went one round earlier.
8th round.
He went one round earlier than Cam Scatterbo. I don't understand that at all. And he's still Devin Singletary. Singletary's the RB2 there, not Cam Scatterbo. He's a fourth round pick. This is like, what are people thinking?
They're not thinking. That's a problem.
Yeah, right. Speaking of not thinking, Tua just went. A couple of sneaky players just went. Kyle Pitts. I will say pour one out for Marvin Mims, who just went at 11-11 for all my Raymakers Marvin Mims cards, which are in some sort of portfolio. I forget where they are. I did save them. Not that I can ever use them again, but I did save them. I don't know why. So that's a shame. I mean, he had some great games at the end of last year, which I could have used. Let's see. John says, you're right with the tush push, though. Eagles are better, including playoffs last year. Eagles converted 39 to 48, 81.3%. Bills converted 29 to 36, 80.6%.
Yeah, but the 39 to 48, all but one of those were third down, and some of them were third down and 2. So the Eagles go for it on third down and 2, they get a yard, and then on a fourth one, they do it again. So in the instances, it's actually like, if you actually just count the instances, it's like 41 instances, and they got a first down in 40 out of 41 instances.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, yeah, so it's actually higher than that. It's like a 99% success rate in terms of eventually getting the first down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, it works. So,
funny enough, though, the people don't realize the team that was the best at the quarterback sneak, we're coming up here. But the Patriots were phenomenal at it in the early 2000s with Tom Brady. I mean,
yep.
They were one of the best. I saw a stat on ESPN today. They had a 10-year stretch, 2001, 2011. They had the best 10-year stretch of quarterback sneak in history. Like, that's actually the best ever. So it's like, just so much about technique.
Garando just won. I was really hoping he'd come back to us. All right, so
I really love Bigsby. Bigsby's my favorite player in this era, in this area of the draft.
Yes, let me just check our running back buys. We have 5, 6, and 5. So no 5s. We are up. So let's take Bigsby. And who is our other running back here? We have Ray Davis, maybe like Rico Doodle, Tyler Algier, Braylon Allen, Jalen Wright, Justice Hill. Who you like?
On a talent level, Allen's my favorite player. On a situational level, Algier is my favorite player.
Okay, well let's take Algier because I think there's a chance Allen comes back to us. So let's do that. Algier's buys 5. We have 1 5 guy, so we could actually no, we have 2 5 guys. We can't take Algier. So let's take take Braylon Allen. Give us freaking doodle. Of course, we missed the pick. So we got Ray Davis. Never mind. Okay, I'm fine with Ray Davis. I didn't want doodle. So we got Ray Davis. So maybe Allen comes back to us. I think that's definitely possible. So yeah, that's fine. It just I don't know. If we get Algier on the way back, I think I'm fine with it there. I just didn't want 3 week 5 bye running backs because we only have 5 right now. So if you take 3 out, that's 2. And what if one's injured? Then you take a 0. I mean, obviously we're gonna take 1 more running back, but it's still very dicey. So taking 3 players at the same bye week, is just a little too much,
Yeah.
So we don't have a tight end yet. I know you're very concerned about that.
Terribly concerned.
Dog Cade's here. We could have taken him if we took a tight end. There's Mason Taylor, is the son of Jason Taylor. I wouldn't want to take a rookie tight end, but you can argue he can go here. There's Goddard. Goddard just went 5 picks beforehand. So this is kind of the area I think you want to take your first tight end. Yeah, Tucker Kraft. I like Tucker Kraft. Even a little earlier, David Njoku. Algier just went, so we don't have to worry about that. Just taking 3 round by week 5 bye guys, which sounds weird. Week 5 bye guys. Wait, Scatabo is going where? Yeah, round 9. I don't understand that at all. Let's see. Sue says on the Texans, does Kenny prefer Kirk or Mechie as the receiver 2 for fantasy? But don't forget Jaden Higgins too. So there's also Jalen Noel, I suppose. But so let's throw Higgins in there. Jaden Higgins, Christian Kirk, or John Mechie. Who are you thinking for Houston receiver 2?
Is there an option to claw my own eyes out with a rusty butter knife?
Sure. You want to? It doesn't sound pleasant, but if you don't like those guys that much, you can certainly do it.
I don't really want to. I wouldn't want any one of those guys. But if you're going to force me to draft one of them, if you're going to put a gun to my head and force me to draft one of those guys, and I guess I go Kirk, but I've got little conviction on that. The rookie I don't know anything about, and Mechie sucks. Like he doesn't belong in the NFL. Kirk feels like he's fading. So yeah.
Well, I mean, you said Kirk. Kirk is going. He went 1306, which I think is okay. I think it's okay if he's your 5th receiver. It's not ideal. If he's your 6th receiver, I think that's pretty good. Jaden Higgins though, he went 910, so
it's very high.
Yeah, he is a 2nd round receiver though. I don't know if there might be separation question marks with him. He's big, but he ran a fast 40, so maybe he is not exactly one of those guys who won't be able to separate. But I do think there are some question marks at least. And by the way, this guy just took 4 quarterbacks in a row. His quarterbacks are Trevor Lawrence, Tua, Geno Smith, and Sam Darnold. Certainly scraping the bottom barrel there. It's very ugly.
I mean, just thinking about the receiver. Who do I really want? I mean, yeah, it's a good point. By the way, someone told me Higgins. They compared him to the big guy who played for Carolina, who was injured and never played again.
Yeah, Mohamed Massaquoi.
The guy
Kelvin Benjamin.
Kelvin Benjamin. Yeah. And that's not a good thing. Kelvin Benjamin had 1 great year.
Yeah.
And then but he was slow. He was just a big body, struggled with separation, and then never amounted to much after he had the injury. So I don't know. That's not a compliment.
No, it's not. Cedric Tillman went, by the way. So he's one of those receivers I like. Just look at these other receivers. We talked about Kirk. Yeah, Jalen McMillan, who's been downgraded because of Emeka Egbuka. Also, because Chris Godwin resigned. Jake Betts, who's I don't understand why you take him. Keon Coleman, who sucked as a rookie. Rashid Shaheed, who's the downgraded quarterback. Quentin Johnson, who can't catch. Wan'Dale Robinson, he's the very, very low upside. DeAndre Hopkins, who's like a corpse at this moment. Braylon Allen, unfortunately, just went. So we still have Jalen Wright and Justice Hill here. We can go running back we can go receiver with Pierce, or we can go tight end. There's Jake Ferguson, Cade Otton, Pat Freiermuth, Hunter Henry. Who are you thinking? Who should we take? We have 2 picks with 15 seconds for the first one.
Do we have a tight end yet?
We do not.
Oh, I forgot about that. I guess
10 seconds.
I guess you should take a tight end.
Which one? 5 seconds.
Sure.
Let's take Ferguson. I can't hear you.
Ferguson.
Okay, Ferguson. So the question is Pierce, or Hill or Wright. I think we should take Pierce because there's no other good receivers. Okay, so we got Alec Pierce. We have 2 week 11 bye receivers, which is it's okay. All right, so I think next 2 picks we need another tight end and we need our 6th running back, and then we're good on running backs. The 6 is fine. You can go with 7, but there was the one guy who had 3 quarterbacks. I wanted to check on his team because he had no receivers. So his receivers are George Pickens, Matthew Golden, and Emeka Egbuka, and Jalen McMillan.
Terrible.
It's awful. That is awful. Like he's banking on Golden just being great as a rookie because like Ibuka's the receiver 4 on the team, so he has Tampa's 3rd and 4th receivers. So like if Godwin or Evans gets hurt, then like those guys will produce. He did pair them with Mayfield, so at least he has some correlation. But like this is just ugly. I don't like if you draft Jane Daniels 3rd round, you don't need to draft these quarterbacks. Like there's just such a waste. You can just get quarterbacks here. Yeah, I don't understand this strategy at all. It's 2 running backs for both rookies, and like Hampton's not even the starter right away. And then beyond that, he has Tajay Spears and Rico Doodle, I should say. That's just not a good way to build a team. Roshan Johnson just went, by the way. I like Roshan. I hope like Will Shipley falls to us or something. Yeah, Benjamin. Yeah. Now it's a DK room. So Ian Mackay is back. Who's drafted with us. Did you hear that story? Where like, what did you say?
No, I did not.
So we were just doing a basketball draft, and I took 2 tight ends. And then someone in this draft is called Ian Mackay, and he pops in the chat. He's like way to snipe my 2 tight ends. Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny. So Ian Mackay, maybe we'll see you in some drafts sometime soon. Let's see. What's Scatabo in the 9th is ridiculous. Is that Nick Adams' fantasy team? Could be. Yes, but you can't pick which eye. He is.
When I was going to claw my eye out.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yes, when I can't pick which eye, someone else is picking for me. Well done.
Nice. This guy's 4 tight ends. Isaiah, he's done nothing but quarterbacks and tight ends since round 10. 3 quarterbacks, 4 tight ends. Yeah, so he took all his running backs, receivers early, and then all quarterbacks, tight ends late. Which I don't mind, but like, there's no reason to have 4 tight ends. It's a little excessive. It takes Taysom Hill, by the way. It's just he's coming off the torn ACL. He may not play this year, so you just don't need Taysom Hill. Like the rest is fine, I guess. But Richardson a little too early, I think. I don't know. Jerome Ford went. Will Shipley still available? Jalen Wright went. Do we have any starred players left? We have Justice Hill. And I wanted to put Shipley here. Do you like Shipley? I assume you do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think he's great. He's not going to play much, but yeah, I think he's a really good player.
Well, I mean, I think he's going to play what Kenneth Gainwell played last year.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, maybe they signed AJ Dillon. I don't know if AJ Dillon's a lock to make the team.
Nah.
Yeah, hard to know.
So. Yeah, I think he's going to have the Gainwell role, and in blowouts he's going to play like we saw him play in the NFC Championship and score a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Like in blowout games, he's going to do stuff, and like they're not going to run Barkley into the ground. Like he's going to get like 6 to 8 carries a game, and like he could score. I'd like him a lot. Justice Hill just went, so hopefully we can get Shipley, and like all our running backs aren't gone. So and then Mike Gesicki Tyler Higbee still available too. Hunter Henry just went. I don't know what you think about Tyler Higbee, but I think I think he should be going around where Jake Ferguson's going or Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, he's fine. I mean, yeah, we need another tight end. So
yeah,
unless, so the best, unless there's just phenomenal value at some other spot, which there's not.
Best available: Keenan Allen, Jalen Noel, Tyler Shuck, Andre Yuskovac, Chiggy Bang Bang, Okonkwo, Dalton Schultz, Will Shipley, Tyler Lockett, Tyler Ferguson, Russell Wilson, Mike Wilson. What are your thoughts here?
I'm a big Michael Wilson fan.
Yeah.
I don't know who else is on the list there. You got beyond that.
Well, we have Shipley to take.
I would go Higbee over Shipley.
We can do both. Why not both?
Okay.
Okay. So we have 3 quarterbacks, 6 running backs, 6 receivers, 2 tight ends. So we just need one. The only thing we need is 1 more tight end and 1 more receiver, and then like we have just 1 wild card pick. So I love Shipley this year because like especially given how great Barkley's workload was last year. Like even if he doesn't get hurt, like I think they're going to just limit him in like at least like the first half of the season. Like he's not going to like be on the bench a lot. But I'm just saying that like he's not going to get like insane workloads maybe second half of the year. But like the first half, like he's just not going to carry the ball that much, especially in like easier matchups. Like when they play the Giants, it's like when they're up comfortably like 20 points, like Shipley's going to get some carries, and like you're going to be able to rely on him then in those games, and not to mention the off chance that he gets hurt too. So
yeah.
It's why you take these running backs. It's why you take Ray Davis. If James Cook is out or he gets traded, you have Bigsby. He might be the starter. You take Shipley. We talked about some other guys like that. This is where you want to take your running backs. I think I like taking too early, like the first 8 rounds, and then just drafting guys late. Like I don't really see the need to take 3 running backs in the first 8 rounds. I think 2 is just fine. But if the value's there, then you do it. So it really depends on like who's available on the board. Shipley's comfy. Yes, I agree. Let's see. People talk comfy, like comfortable. You're like comfortable. You're like, yeah, this is nice. I took him. Okay. I feel good.
Okay. I got it.
Here's the question: would Kenny pay $13.99 to eat at a salad bar?
No. Do I look like I can eat salad? Look at me. I'm 250 pounds. You have to pay me to eat at the salad bar. What are you talking about?
Let's just say you want. Would you like if you wanted a salad bar? Would you pay $13.99 for it?
If I wanted a salad bar, it would mean I'm in a hospital brain dead, and I'm being fed in a tube.
Oh man, that's good.
No, why would you get just a salad bar with nothing else? No, that's lame.
It's lame. This is the story from Jerks of the Week where we went to a diner after the draft, and like this diner has a good salad bar. I'm a big fan of salad bar because you put a little lettuce on, then you like clump pounds of cheddar cheese on it and dump ranch on it. It's great. So
for like what are you for? What is it? Do you put some chicken tenders, chicken nuggets on the side there too? Tater tots.
I mean, if they have it, sure. I'm not going to turn that down. Are you crazy? The waitress is like, what? So what would you like? So I'm like, yeah. Can you get a cheesesteak wrap? And I also want the salad bar. And she pauses. She's like, that's $13.99, right? I'm like, do I look like a disheveled bum who can't afford it? I didn't say that, but I'm like, and as soon as she says that, I'm like, I'd pay $19.99 for it. And it's like, you paid $19.99 for a salad bar? I'm like, yeah, it's awesome. You get cheddar cheese and ranch.
The salad bar by itself is $13.99 at this diner.
Yeah, I was surprised, but like I said,
it feels expensive for a salad bar. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
It does. Their salad bar is good, though. I will say that. But
I haven't been to a place with a salad bar in a long time. I can't remember the last time.
Well, you have kids like I do, but this diner is kid friendly. So all right, we're up. We have 2 picks. We need a tight end. There's Juwan Johnson. Let's look at our buys. We should have done that. 10 and 8. So we can't take any 10s. We can't take Noah Gray, for example. Juwan Johnson. We could take Theo Johnson, one of the Johnsons. What do you think?
A bunch of bums here. I mean, I'm.
How would you like Theo Johnson?
I don't know. I guess that's fine. I mean, Kmet would also be fine with me.
Let's take Theo Johnson. And we need one more guy. There's really nothing left. What about Amari Cooper? He could sign somewhere.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. We'll take Amari Cooper. So we have our 7th receiver. Yeah, there's a couple other. We could have taken Keaton Mitchell too. I know you like him.
Yeah.
Round 19.
Is he gonna be healthy?
I mean, that's why he's available at round 19. But like he last year was coming off the torn ACL. Now he's another year removed from it. So I feel like there's a good chance that he's healthy. But you never know. I mean, I feel like he's built to not be healthy very much.
Right.
Anyway, Fantasy Dog says no. You will. So you guys, they're just talking here. Say what was fun? No asterisk. This format's hard. Shipley's comfy. LOL. Chef only. How much meat is in the salad bar? A little bit, not too much. Lots of meat. This is what we get when our host picks at a turn. Yeah, it's true. We have a lot of time to fill. I do look like a bum, Juwan, tight end, bad QB friend. Okay. Juwan Johnson would have been a fine pick too. I like Theo Johnson's upside though. Like Juwan Johnson plays in a bad offense. I guess like the Giants.
Oh, you took Theo Johnson? I thought you took Juwan Johnson. I didn't even realize.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm sorry I hurt your soul. I thought you were going to say that. You're like,
feel it. I feel a little bit of soul. That's why I didn't notice. I felt it, but I didn't realize what was that feeling. Now I know what it was. It was my soul being sucked out of me because you drafted a Giant.
Well, you thought it was the salad bar. Little did you know.
I thought it was talking the salad bar.
Yes.
No, I will say the salad bars sometimes have those little they have like little cube, like cut up like a ham, cut in little cubes.
Yes.
I'm a fan of that.
I like the cubed ham. And my
bacon bits. Bacon bits
are awesome. My brother-in-law, Rich, is he has, I don't think he's eaten a vegetable in like 25 years. And my sister like always tries to get him to eat vegetables. He just refuses. He just doesn't want to do it. And so one day we were at a restaurant because it was my dad's birthday or something, and they had a salad bar. And like I go to the salad bar, of course, to get my cheddar cheese, and like he goes there too. And I'm like, what is he doing here? Why is he at the salad bar? So he takes a bowl and just takes croutons and just scoops them in and just goes back to the table.
How do you go that long without eating a vegetable? Like not one vegetable?
No, he hates that. He cannot do it. Like he just has this like mental block where he can't eat vegetables.
Like if you have a sandwich, you don't have like a lettuce tomato on the sandwich. And it's like
no, I'm anti-lettuce tomato on sandwiches. What is this like? Why do they suggest that? Like
they taste good.
Does it though?
Yes.
I think you've been lied to. I don't like.
What? Lettuce and tomato is great on a sandwich. What are you talking about?
No, it's not. It's just nonsense. Like, whenever like
I go to the salad bar for crying out loud.
Yeah, but that's when I want to eat vegetables. Like I don't want to eat vegetables on a sandwich. I know tomatoes are fruit, but whatever, same thing.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Like they had like at Chick-fil-A. I went to Chick-fil-A tonight. They have the new barbecue sandwich. I don't know if you had it. It's really good.
No, I'm not.
It's really good. They have it's like smokehouse barbecue sandwich. It's awesome. I definitely recommend it. And it's bacon on it too. It's good.
I love the Lord's chicken. It's great.
Yeah. So I got it, and it comes with it came with lettuce too. I just like took lettuce off, like just threw it. So,
there was they had the sandwich, the honey pimento sandwich they had going last year.
I saw that. Yeah, this is good. I never.
Oh, it's phenomenal. It was fun. Maybe the best chicken sandwich I've ever had anywhere.
Really?
Oh yeah, it was excellent.
Well, that's interesting.
I'm surprised they didn't it didn't become a permanent thing because it was so good.
Yeah, it seems like they always have like one thing that's not permanent. This, by the way, this guy took like 1 million receivers. How many receivers does he have? He has 9. It's one too many, I think. 9 receivers. Like, do you really need Nick Westbrook-Akine in 1908? Joshua Palmer 1605 seems way too early. I don't know what's Palmer going to do this year. I liked him last year. That was a mistake. By the way, I'm just wondering about who we can take. One guy I like here in the 20th round. I like 2 guys in the 20th round. One was taken Roman Wilson for the Steelers. Like they have not added a receiver too. I think it's because they like him a lot. They even said it. They like him a lot. I liked him last year as a sleeper, but he got hurt. And then I also like Marquez Valdes-Scantling because like he's gonna have 2 or 3 games where he goes nuts and he's not gonna do anything else, which is like perfect for best ball in the 20th round. I don't know if you have your blessing for that one.
It's always hard to bless MVS. I got to be honest. I'd rather take my shot on a sleeper. But if you must,
well, tell me who you like here: Tank Dell, Jimmy Horn Jr., Juju Smith-Schuster, L. Webster, Kavonte Turpin, Jake Bobo, Luke McCaffrey, Gabe Davis, Josh Reynolds. We're up Franklin, Treylon Burks, Ray McLeod, Kendrick Bourne, John Mechie, and so on and so forth. Do you like any of these guys?
No.
Lambert Smith. Lambert Smith is someone. We have Herbert. Let's take Lambert. Actually, you know who we take? We're gonna take your guy. I think he's not available. Never mind. Let's take Lambert Smith. He's fast, and we have Justin Herbert. So, he's I kind of like him. So, all right, our team is And by the way, I know John Sanders is going to be like, who's this year's Puka Nacua? I was actually thinking about it. I think Keandre Lambert-Smith is someone who could be that way. I like them as a prospect. I think he went like 4th or 5th round, so he qualifies as like a day 3 guy. He's really quick and he's a good route runner. So I think that he could play early, just like guys who run routes really, really well, like they translate early into the league. So I could see him just kind of like, because right now they don't really have anyone on the outside who's proven. Like Quentin Johnson dropped so many passes. They re-signed Mike Williams, but we've seen him last year. They drafted Trey Harris in the 2nd round, but he's not proven either. And they lost Joshua Palmer. So like they really don't have anyone on the outside who's proven. So I think that like someone's going to win the job. Obviously, with 2 people are going to win the job with McConkey in the slot. So I think it could be Lambert-Smith, who, like I said, I liked him coming out of college. So he's someone I've taken with whenever I had Justin Herbert. Lambert-Smith went 5th round, by the way. So I think, wasn't Nacua 5th round or was he 6th round?
I thought Nacua was.
I think he was.
I thought it was a 4th round. No, maybe not.
No, he's 5th. He was 5th. He was 5th round too. So he fits that. Lambert-Smith is one of the only players I never got to pre-draft. Okay, yeah, I like him a little bit. 20th round, like why not? So we have some. Do you have time to do another best ball draft, or do you want to sign off?
I probably have to go to bed. Sorry.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so let's just finish through the comments here. You guys are good. Number 5, like, just subscribe. Thank you so much, Fantasy Dog. We're going to be doing a lot of these best ball drafts. Maybe tomorrow night. We'll see who we have on as a guest, but we're going to do so many like best ball drafts. We did one last night too. If you want to check out that video, pepperoni. Yes, pepperoni is amazing. Bacon bits
salad bar pepperonis.
I've seen it before. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Solid. Bacon bits are awesome. I agree.
Well, at Salad Works, pepperoni is one of the things you can get too. They have that like a Tivoli salad, I think it's called, which is like cheddar cheese, pepperoni, ham, and lettuce with ranch dressing. It's awesome, so good. Let's see. Number 6, like, good night all. Okay, well, good night. Sounds like Arfid maybe. Why would you want wet soppy crap on your burger? Yes, I agree. Answer this question, Kenny. What are you
talking about? It tastes good.
Yeah, sure, if you say so. I don't know. I don't like it. Like, my question is why do people put mayo on cheeseburgers?
Because it's delicious.
Ugh, that's gross, dude. At least I can like lettuce is okay. Like, it's neutral to me. Like, it's below average to me. It's somewhat close to neutral. Mayo, I would not eat any burger with mayo on it. I'd just rather starve.
Lettuce, tomato, mayo on a cheeseburger is great.
It's disgusting, man. I can't take mayo. I hate mayo so much.
Oh, really? I love it.
I hate mayo. I hate mustard. Those 2 things I can't eat at all.
I think mustard's gross.
Yeah. Well, at least we agree there. Yeah. I don't get, like, the mayo should be optional. Like, you shouldn't be able, like you shouldn't say I want it plain, so they exclude mayo because they sometimes forget. Like, you should be like, I want a burger with mayo on it. Like, it should be like an add-on, like not natural. I don't know. People disgust me. I wish I lived on the West Coast. Salad bars, quote unquote salad bars. My thoughts, never been able to describe as such things. Okay, so they're continuing to talk. Wilson, MBS, Turpin, Horton, NWY. So Nick Westbrookine, MBS, Turpin, Horton. I don't know what this is a question for. Do you understand this?
Maybe when we were looking at the picks at the end there, who we were going to take. Okay.
I mean, MWY was gone though. So yeah, MVS. I like MVS in best ball. 20th round. Like, he's going to give you two good weeks. That's all you can ask for. Lambert-Smith, one of the. Oh, okay, we did that one. I wish I was good looking as my dog.
Me too.
Dogs are quite handsome, I'll say.
Very handsome.
What happens to the Colts since Irsay? Oh yeah, rest in peace, Jim Irsay. I don't know if you saw the news. He's only 65. Only 65. So obviously, something else is going on there. I don't know what exactly passed from. I don't know if they've announced it, but yeah, that's.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks to hear. I don't know who takes over. I really don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I don't know. But I'm sure there'll be some sort of announcement. I don't know. Do you have any kids or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know anything about it. John says I like lettuce, mayo, and tomatoes on my burger. Pickles go to hell.
Perfect, John. Perfect. Pickles should go to hell. I agree.
I love pickles, man. I love pickles a
pickles
lot.
are gross. My wife loves pickles. Gross.
So we've had my Josh is the best man at my wedding.
Yes.
We went to a diner once. I think we were in college, and like it was like after a night of drinking or something, and like we went to the diner and like we walk in and the waitress was like, "What do you want?" And Josh is like, "I want pickles." She's like, "You want anything else?" He's like, "No." She's like, "Okay."
Gross. So gross.
Yeah.
Now there are certain places where on burgers I don't want lettuce and tomato. Like certain types of burgers, like at Five Guys, I really want sweet relish. I love the sweet relish. So that it's weird because I love sweet relish, but I hate pickles.
That's weird. They're similar.
Yeah, I know it's weird, but maybe it's because sweet relish is sweet and there's like added sugar and stuff, and I'm fat and I love sugar. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, I think relish is okay. I don't love it. I'd rather just eat a hot dog with either ketchup or cheese on it. Not both though. Weird. Not both, but one or the other. Let's see. Is it the shape? Be nice, John Sanders. Late round receivers. Okay, so he's pointing out late round receivers he likes. So Wilson is Roman Wilson. Nick Westbrook-Akine, MVS, Kavonte Turpin, and Horton. So yeah, NWY, he had 9 touchdowns last year. I feel like he's going to regress from that. And I don't really like Miami's passing offense. The offensive line sucks. Tua's, one concussion away from just being done. And if he's out, it's gonna be Zach Wilson, so it's gonna get ugly. I do love Roman Wilson, as I talked about before, and Turpin I think has some upside, but if they didn't trade for Pickens, I'd like Turpin a lot more. But he kind of got hurt by that trade. Let's see, ketchup's okay. Mike says ketchup's okay, or just make sirloin burgers and use good old A1 sauce. If you hate A1 sauce, I love A1 sauce. Actually,
it's so overpowering. I just feel like I'm getting like accosted in my mouth.
I love it. I think if A1 sauce didn't exist, I wouldn't like steak. I feel like I actually wanted to.
A1 sauce is the rapist of the condiment world. I just feel like they're just like forcing themselves on everything.
Dude, I drink it out of the bottle. I went to the Eiffel Tower restaurant in Vegas with my wife. It's pretty expensive there, and so I got the steak, and I asked the waiter. I was like, "Hey, do you guys have A1 sauce?" And he looked at me like he wanted to like choke me to death. But I got my A1 sauce, and that's what mattered. John says, "Send my burger back, even if there's a tiny bit of pickle juice that leaks into it." I disagree. I like pickles. I love pickles. You guys should start a food stream, Nationals. Yeah. Well, we're talking about doing a politics stream. I think Turpin replaces Tolbert. Okay. I can see that. I don't know, but like, how many targets go around? You have Lamb, you Pickens now, you have Ferguson. Like, I don't know. Rapist of the continental world. I like it. I don't understand why you don't like A1 sauce. I think it's amazing.
Because it's so like just I feel like I'm being pinned down. But I
would drink a whole bottle of A1 sauce.
Oh, so gross.
So gross. Yeah, but as far as food streams is concerned, we were talking about starting a political stream, but unfortunately, I think that we cannot because you would maybe get canceled with some of my opinions on it. So, and I mean, you could get canceled because you actually have you're doing big things where it's like I'm just writing about football, so I can't get canceled. Like, what am I gonna do? Let's just like get fired myself? Like, it's just so stupid. Like, these idiots always try to cancel me on Twitter. It just doesn't work ever. Like, there's a couple years ago. They were trying to cancel me for something. I can't remember what it was. And like Charlie, someone texted Charlie, and Charlie texted me, and he's like, yeah, one of the Roto World guys texted me, and he's like, they're trying to cancel Walt. I'm like, dude, I don't care. That's not gonna work. It just doesn't, like, nothing happened. It's so stupid. I think it's so hilarious when they try to do it. It just doesn't work. John Sanders says Walt thinks first graders should be taught covered calls over reading.
True
Not
story.
First grade, it's like third grade, fourth grade. First grade is a little too soon. No, I was saying last night that we were taught in high school like what a mitochondria is and how to solve quadratic equations, and yet we weren't taught anything in the stock market, and which I think is completely backward. Can you tell me what a mitochondria is without looking it up? Can you tell me how to solve a quadratic equation without looking it up?
Quadratic equation. Do I remember what a quadratic
Algebra
equation?
Algebra 2.
It's like maybe, but I'm not sure I fully understand cover calls still either. Even though you keep telling me about it, I keep reading about it.
It's amazing. It's free money. Everyone should do it. It's almost risk free.
First graders, apparently.
What'd you say?
Including first graders, apparently.
First grade. Look, no, my son does it. I have an account set up for him and my daughter. I have an account set up for them, and I do it every week. And I've said this. I think I've said this before. My daughter, for example, my daughter's account, with all her birthday money and all her Christmas money and stuff like that, money she got from birth, etc., and all the money I gave her, she had $2,900 to start in her account. This is end of August, so it's been 9 months. She started with $2,900. Her shares of GameStop, the only shares she has, are about even. It's not really changed the price. So you would think she stole $2,900, but right now she's at $4,200. Her account's worth. It's gone up $1,300. So what is that exactly? It's like almost 50%, I think. $1,300 divided 20. It's like 44%. Looks like 44.8%. She's up 44.8% on the year without her stocks moving at all. People you hear all the time, oh, I made 7% this year. My IRA is up 7%. You can be up 50% with no risk, and people don't know about this. Wake up, people. Learn cover calls. First graders learn cover calls. Seriously, teach cover calls in high school. They should not be teaching algebra 2 in high school or mitochondria nonsense. Teach stock market stuff. That's what you should be learning. If you want to be biologist, sure, by all means, learn what a mitochondria is. Or if you want to be a mathematician, I don't know who would use quadratic equations, learn that, sure. But if you're just a regular person, then you need to learn how to manage, your portfolio and stuff. And you could instead of making 7%, you can make 50% every year. And hey, on good years when your stock goes up, you can make 70, 80%. So is that better than learning what a quadratic equation is or a mitochondria is?
Of course.
Yes? Of course it is. Of course it is. I know what a mitochondria is. It's like the powerhouse of the cell or whatever it's called. Who cares? It doesn't affect me at all. I learn quadratic equations. It doesn't affect me. What am I going to do? I've never touched the quadratic equation after college. Not once. I took calculus 3 in college. After that, I've not done any math, except for basic math, at all. It's just nonsense. The whole educational system is so stupid. So that's my spiel. So I don't know what you think about that, but learn cover calls. We're gonna do a whole
cover calls and eat A1 sauce
by the bottle while you're doing it. No, we're gonna do a whole episode on cover calls coming up on a Saturday night. I don't know, it's gonna be sometime soon. So anyone doesn't know, yes, definitely watch that one. Would you take a walk on the beach with James Coney? So no, wow, don't go anywhere, James Coney. I think it's funny that he took a picture of this 86-47, and then he's on Colbert, and Colbert asked him, he's like, I didn't know what it was. So if you didn't know what it was, why'd you take a picture of it and post it online?
He's a liar.
Right, exactly. It's so stupid. Your opinions are probably mine too. Being a heterosexual, okay. A squared minus yeah, exactly. They make you take economics in your senior year. I remember having to look up stock prices for one company in the newspaper for a month before the internet. Yeah, we did that too briefly in our history class. I don't know if it's part of the curriculum, but we had to do it. It was Mr. Lafferty. I don't know if you had him in high school. So I thought he was a good teacher, but it was so brief, and we didn't, he made us he taught us stocks for a couple weeks, and that was it. We didn't really do anything with it. We weren't taught options at all. It was just basic. Let's look up the stock, follow it and that's it. Like that was just the basics of it. And it's like, okay, you didn't learn it. You didn't really teach us anything, you know? Like I mean, otherwise he's a good teacher, but just like with the stocks and stuff, we didn't learn anything. You know, like I think that stuff should be mandatory. I was into CDs. Oh, you got me there. Nirvana, The Hives, nice. Yes, it's the socks. I think that's, I don't know what that is.
Seashells.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Seashells for Comey. So this is way more useful in every life than any other upper level math class. Yeah, I agree with that too.
I think you can as a PhD student.
Yeah, I took stats twice in college, but you know, with AI, you can just plug it in, and like it's kind of like I feel like AI is kind of like made everything obsolete. Just like like I there's some like statistics I was trying to use with like betting. I was like, what's is this scenario better or this scenario better? And I actually thought it was like scenario A. I typed it into Grok, and it was like it like gave me all the equations. It was like and scenario B is better. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. So yeah, it just kind of makes it a lot easier. And then like just being statistically literate is so important these days. Yeah, exactly. Wow, this stream covered a lot of ground support. Well, you should check out our Saturday show. We talked about adult diapers the other day, so we covered a lot there too. But yeah, I think that's it about it. Because I know you have to go to bed and it's getting late. I have to get to my season preview. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll get to some more fantasy content tomorrow. I think I've been asking some people to come on the show. We'll see what they say. If not, I'll just go solo tomorrow, and then Saturday with Tom. And then Evan Daniel is going to be back on Tuesday. Evan told me, he said that there are 10 spreads that are off in week 1. So I really want to hear
10.
10. I was surprised. He said 10. He's going to be back from Vegas after the weekend. So I really want to hear what he has to say about that. And also, he said he has a good story from Vegas. So I'm eager to hear that. You two are the best, at least top 5. Thank you so much, Fantasy Dog. Really appreciate it. Okay, question before I head out. Rank these 3 redraft: Kyren, Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor. I think I would go. I'm my own fantasy ranking, so I suppose I should look at that. But off the top of my head, I think I would go Kyren, Jacobs, and JT, like the way you have it there. But I want to see what I have in my rankings, which is I have Williams, then Jacobs, then JT. Yes, in that order. What do you think?
I would put Jacobs first. Okay. Jacobs, Kyren, JT is how I'd rank them.
And they're all close for me too. They're all top 10. Yeah. So, I mean, you can order them any way you want. But
the thing that JT has that the other two don't have, though, is we've seen Jonathan Taylor be the number 1 running back in fantasy, right? Like there's an upside there that we haven't seen from the other guys.
Yeah, the one thing I worry about with Taylor is that he lost 2 offensive linemen, and his right tackle checked in for like some mental illness. Braden Smith. So, like, I don't know what his status is going to be. So they could potentially be down 3 linemen from last year, which is kind of worrisome. That's why I put him last. But like Williams and Jacobs are really close for me, and then Taylor. So, all right, guys. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. Once again, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit the link in the description of the merch store. Kenny, you want to talk about thecapisfake.com?
Thecapisfake.com. If you believe the salary cap is real, I would like to inform you, you are sadly mistaken. You can go to our website. Got lots of stuff about the salary cap. And then I got other stuff too. Just stuff about Jalen Hurts, revenue, WNBA players are grossly overpaid, stuff about Derek Carr, stuff about history in the NFL, all sorts of stuff. Check it out. Hope it's helpful, insightful, entertaining.
It is entertaining. I just read the Derek Carr article today. Some really good stuff in there. So definitely check out thecapisfake.com. You can learn all about I didn't realize he was Cap is Fake. Yeah, that's Kenny right there. The Cap is Fake.
It's me.
So yeah, you can learn all about how the cap is fake. It's ridiculous what some of these teams get away with. So lots of cool articles in there. Also check out walterfootball.com. We'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, more fantasy content, and then Saturday and Tuesday. So I hope you guys have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.